Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today's video, we're back on an old site actually. There's a video that I did probably a couple of weeks ago where I replaced some ridge tiles on top of a loft roof, and while I was up there I noticed that there was some water ingress via the fiberglass roof, which has been done quite poorly in at least one particular area, and the customer has had a leak in the flat roof area, and I believe I've identified while I was up there where that leak is. Now it seems that the water has been getting through the fiberglass and has rotten the decking boards underneath. So today's job, I'm going to go up there and have a look, and the plan is to cut out a section of the roof, the decking, including the fiberglass, cut it out, replace the decking boards with new OSB, and replace or fiberglass that area that needs repairing, and sand the whole roof and give it a recoat of top coat as well, the whole roof. So that's the plan today. So I've just arrived now. I'm gonna go up on the roof and I'll show you what we've got. So see you in a minute. Guys, we're on the roof. Just to recap, that was the area that I did the last time, because water was entering somewhere along here. But they've also had an issue further down this area of the roof where water's been dripping down the wall inside the house. And I looked through some of the spotlights through the holes, and I could see wet areas on the joist. So water's getting in here and rolling down somewhere and ending up on the inside. So but what I did realize when I was here the last time, that this area here, and if you can see it close up, is very, very spongy. I mean, I'm rocking up and down on this here, and as soon as you get to this board about here, it's firm. It's firm here. I mean, this stuff looks a bit suspect, but I think it seems to be okay. As soon as you can see here, a little dip, all this area here is very, very soft. So that looks like water's been penetrating somewhere, probably through various pinholes, because the fiberglass wasn't done very well. There are lots of holes here, and I believe water's been getting through. If you look here as well, water's been getting through and it's rotten the wood underneath. So the idea today is to cut out a section of the roof up to where it's, dry, replace that area with new board, re-glass that area, then clean the entire roof and repaint the whole roof with a fresh top coat. So we're going to start by cutting a piece of this out, just a little hole, so we can see what's going on inside, and then make the hole larger, and then we take it from there. So let's see what happens. So I'll just show you guys what I suspected was correct. You can see all the board has rotted right through. So water has been soaking through. You can see the insulation here, and this whole area of timber has been rotted. So water has definitely been getting through for a long time, and it's been seeping through and leaking into the house. So I'm going to start cutting and making my hole bigger and bigger until I get to all the good area, and then we'll measure up how much board we need we'll go get the board, lay it down, and glass it today. So as you can see, lots of rot here. If we look, as we start to go back and cutting back, we're starting to get back to solid board. So you can see there's some more rot here, so I'm going to take it a little bit further back. Also, I want to take, these are the joists here that are running along here. So when I'm taking this back here, just zoom out a bit. As I'm taking this back, I want to get to the center of the next joist so that I have something to screw the boards, the new boards to. So we're going to keep coming back until we hit the center, and we'll cut down the center and make sure that we've got no rot around it, and then we know that this is the area that has been penetrated. So we're going to keep cutting back, cut back to the joist at the back here, and cut back this way to the joist back here. I'm going to take a little bit more back here, and I think I need to take a little bit more over there as well. So guys, this is the rough cutout. I will cut it a little bit more once I've got the timber. I will use the decking boards to make sure I get nice and square, and trim any other little bits that I need to make it fit nice and tight. So that is it for now. This is all what's been taken out. As you can see, there clearly was an issue here. This is all rotten, and it seems the water's coming from more from this area when I look from the stains in the ceiling, but it also seems to be rolling that direction and coming down this way. So although most of the water is ending up here, I believe it's actually entering from here, and we can still see here. I'm going to trim a little bit back some more, but you can see, although here is dry, you have this little spot here. So I believe it's coming up somewhere further up here. So I'm going to cut a little bit more, but I'm going to get my timber first, and then I'll line it up and I'll cut a little bit more out of that area. So guys, we're in the builders merchants. We're gonna try and get some of this materials. We've got to wear masks in here. So I'm gonna show you what product I'm gonna be using today, and all the bits that you need to do a repair like this. So let's go and look at the timber first. Okay guys, so this is the board that we'll be using. This is the size, and give you a rough idea of how much the price is. This is plus VAT, so it's 2400 by 590, and it's 18 mil thick. It's also a tongue and groove, so the joints join together. You get a good joint. So this is the size of the board, you can see. Okay, so they're more manageable to work with as well. So I'll be using 3 of these, and I'll just cut them down to size on site. All right, these are some of the other products that we'll be using. So we need some acetone, and that's for cleaning the areas for surface preparation. We will be using some hardener, winter grade. So we use this to mix with the resin. Use a small roller and a brush. So this is the GRP roofing resin, which we use to bond the fiberglass to the roof. So it tells you what the coverage is. This is the smallest tin they have, which was enough to do what we need. We need 3 square meters. This will do 6.75 square meters. So that's enough for what we need. Then this is the top coat. So this is the grey top coat, and the coverage here again. This is a 10 kilograms. It's 25 meters squared. There is also a 20 kilogram, which will do 50. So if you know you need more than 25, buy a big one. It's cheaper to buy a larger one than to buy 2 of these. So we're going to be doing the entire roof, so I just need to check what the measurements are, and then I'll know what size I need to get. So now we've got the actual fiberglass matting. The smallest they do here is 13 square meters, so that's more than enough. It's not that expensive, it's about £30. So we're going to get this, and this will be enough to do the area that we need to repair. Okay guys, so this is what I've done so far. I've screwed down the boards. I have pre-cut my fiberglass matting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it 2 coats of fiberglass just to bring up the thickness as well. So I'm going to do a first layer which is going to be done towards the inside of the cutout, and the second one will overlap onto this, which you can see I've sanded. I put it in time lapse because I didn't want to bore you. It took a while to go around and sand all the way around, about 100 mil. So I'm gonna overlap all the way around and bond it to the original flooring. So that's the plan to get done today. I'm going to just do a clean up here now, clean everywhere, and then I will acetone all around the edges, and I'm going to do the fiberglassing today because we might have some rain a little bit later today, I'm not sure. So, and the plan is to come back tomorrow, clean and sand the entire surface, and then paint the whole roof. So that is the plan for today. So now I've cleaned the area, I've sanded around the perimeter of the repair, and now I'm going to use some acetone and I'm going to clean all around that area, so there's no dirt and oils and so on, grease, that will prevent the fiberglass from bonding. Okay guys, I'm just going to show you how to mix this stuff. It's very important that you get this bucket, okay, or else you're never going to get your mix right. So make sure you pick up one of these buckets. It has the scale here for mixing. So basically what you do is, firstly you check on what weather you have at the moment. So we're about 13 degrees, which puts us in cool, between 12 and 17. So we're going to be using this green scale to measure. So what I do is I pour some resin in the bucket first, the amount that I think I need, and whatever level it comes up to on this chart will tell me how much hardener I need to use. So for instance, if I pour it up to this level 120, then I will need 120 milliliters of the hardener to mix with the resin. Now this is another thing you also need, which is the hardener dispenser, and it has milliliters on it, up to 80 here. So to fill this up, you just squeeze the bottle and it will come through the tube here and it will fill up this little cup, and then you pour it in to the bucket. So I'm gonna be doing about half of this to do this area. So I'm gonna pour about half of this in the bucket, and depending on what level it tells me here, I'll add the hardener to it, give it a good mix, and get on with it straight away. Now if you put too much hardener in, it will start setting off on you too quickly. If you put too little, it won't set properly, or maybe not set at all. So it's really important that you get this right. Okay, so let's start with it and see how we get on. So we've got about 195 of hardener. So this only goes up to 80. So I'm going to do it in, I'll do 63 times or 62 times and 70. see here, the hardener fills up. That's 120, and I'm going to add another 70. Quite liberally, make sure you get good coverage. Alright guys, so fiberglassing is done. I was moving very quickly because I felt like it wanted to start raining. There was some very small drizzle started to come, so I had to really work fast because you don't want to get this wet. But it's done. This will set quite quickly, so hopefully it should be set in time before, or if it does rain today, but I think we look like we're all right. So the roof has been repaired, and I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be sanding the whole place, cleaning it all, and refiberglassing.